you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen, caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why, but here you are barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Oh my, do I have a good one for you tonight? Yes, it is Memorial Day. Good to see you, Daniel Barry. Good to see you, Tammy. Hello. I told you tonight was going to be well worth watching. It's going to be interesting. Hey, Air Force vet. Good to see you. Good to see you. Man, just Don, you soulless ginger, you. Good to see you. Oh my. Yes, it has been a very interesting day. I've got a lot going on today and tomorrow. I will not be doing a stream tomorrow morning. I was going to do one this morning, but I was busy doing a whole bunch of research for today, and I really wanted to dig into it a little bit more. I hope you guys got a chance to catch Megan's, because it was absolute fire tonight. And we're going to be going over some of the same thing that they were talking about. I have a little bit more information on that boy, on little pig boy. Yeah, there's more information. The guy who runs around with plastic swords. Okay, so just they done ticked off Megan. I told you guys, it wasn't my story to tell. I wanted her to be able to talk about it first. I knew she was very upset, and you done pissed up the wrong tree there, Paint Chip. You really did. You really did a number, because you got yourself a very, very angry person, and it does not impress me. This guy does not impress me at all. It is one of those where he believes that he's part of this great group here, and he's a fake fraud, and he's shown that time and time again. He uses socket puppet accounts. Megan had a meltdown for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's still going. I don't know. I was working on a couple of things, and I had something I was going to show you, and then I couldn't find it, so I had to redo it. It is going to be. It's going to be. Well, let's just dig into it, because I'm sure that you've already heard about quite a bit of this already, about this journalist little dick. Yeah. And of course he uses this extra name with a picture that I can only assume is the guy that was taking care of him in prison. That's the only thing I can guess. The Jeremy Hales, the flamboyant YouTuber. Oh yes, flamboyant. Now I would say he's not really flamboyant. He's just entertaining. But of course, you've got little Dick that decided he was going to, he told his followers he had served little Dick with federal court papers at the Fort Myers Federal Courthouse. Well, did he? Did he or did he not? I don't know. Of course, what's redacted here is him talking about, this is what I said in direct message. I have not been served. There's no affidavit of service, no process server, no court record. Little Dick says the false claim didn't just mislead Hale's viewers. It may destroy Hale's entire federal case. Really? How would it do that? Well, here's little Dick, of course. Lying about service is a fatal procedural error. Hales nuked his own case before it even started, but this may go beyond a civil misstep. Well, little Giggle Boy has confirmed he is already in contact with legal and law enforcement sources regarding the possibility that Hales may attempt to file a false affidavit of service in federal court in Gatesville. Oh, this would be a felony. Oh, perjury, obstruction, and possibly fraud on the court. How would it be fraud on the court? If he served him, then he served him. If he didn't serve him and he files an affidavit, that'd be something completely different. Don't know that he ever did. Any info for Megan, who has been injured previously? Contact info on her page. Any info for Megan? Not that I know of, Kathleen. Hey, Max, good to see you, Max Lab. Wonderful. I love it. You look like a furry, doggone it. Hey, how's it going, Jack Miles? And of course, here is Dinesh Nasher. And I'm going to say his name wrong, but he's got beef. He is in a lawsuit with this guy. And let me tell you a little bit of something about little Dick here that you may not know. He is the one that caused a bunch of problems with a court case. All right. In doing so, him causing problems with a court case, he doxed this guy, Dinesh. All right. Not only did he dox him, but then he also pulled up private records off the court. So, he had to file because he was suing somebody over something else. And we've talked about this before. Well, Dinesh had, to prove that there were things in there that only an attorney would have had. Well, little Paint Chips decided that he was going to publish this for everybody to see and got himself in trouble with the court. Well, that wasn't enough for him, because then he filed a new lawsuit using that same information. Yeah, Megan is pissed and the gloves are off, and they should be. And I'm not going to pull up all of this guy, but Dinesh, is he's claiming, says is Hale's new cancel culture partner. I don't think that would be true, just because if he got served, so if little Dick got served, then it doesn't necessarily mean that he got served by Jeremy, but it's a possibility that he got served. Right? He never in this post. Yeah, I'll show you. Never in this post right here does that Dinesh guy ever say who he was served by. He just says he was served. That's completely different. Well, and of course he says that's not just a lie. It's a potential criminal conspiracy. They tried to turn a YouTube stunt into a federal case, and now they've tripped into felony territories. Little Paint Chip says he's preparing scorched earth counterclaims against Hales in the entire What the Hales echo chamber for defamation, fraud in the court, and the abuse of the process. How? Nobody is. I'm not claiming that he was served by Jeremy. I'm just saying Jeremy said that, hey, he'd been served. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible he got served. Was it Jeremy that served him, or did somebody else serve him? And you would have to go back and actually look and see. Well, was it him that served him? He's saying that he was served. Well, the only thing Jeremy Hill served was another big helping of BS. Well, and of course, then he gets into the cancel culture coalition, revenge of prawn, or political parody. The second lie from Hale's camp is even more explosive. The Megan Fox, the self-described journalist. Well, she's more than just a self-described journalist. She is an actual journalist. You know, journalist that writes for the paper. She covers stories. Jeremy Hales just happens to be one of those stories that she's covering. And I don't know if you would call it a Hales loyalist. Okay. I mean, if Jeremy did something untoward, I'm sure that Megan wouldn't appreciate it and would probably call him out on it. But he's never done anything untoward her. Jeremy said he was serviced, but did he say that he was served in this? So you have to keep that in mind. Was he served in this lawsuit, or was he served in another lawsuit? Pay close attention to words, because those words actually matter. I mean, you can go back and look at it. I haven't looked at it because I was out of town. I was out of town. I was busy with 100 other things. It's interesting that people just assume that he was served by Jeremy. Was he served by Jeremy? I don't know. What did Jeremy say? I mean, that's something to look at. Or maybe he was served. We know that these people are liars. They've proven over and over again. I mean, let me show you a little bit more of the lies right here. Oh, because he's saying that accused little paint chips of creating the revenge porn under the newly signed Take It Down Act. Yeah. There's a reason why the feds are involved. There's a reason why the feds are involved in all of this now. Because you stepped into their Paint Chip. Oh, the basis for her claim, a parody video. That right there is enough to get you in trouble. This is satire, not prawn. It's not intimate or sexual. Anyone who sees it knows it's not meant to be real, but to convey a message. Yeah, it's called revenge prawn, buddy. That's what gets you in trouble. The Take It Down Act signed by Trump on May 19th criminalizes non-consensual intimate images, AI-generated explicit content only when it's indistinguishable from a real person. The law targets deepfakes, not cartoonish parodies. No, that's not it. You have to read the whole thing. If you read the whole thing, it's much different than that. It is completely different than that. Which they don't seem to understand, because the Take It Down Act, it criminalizes publication of non-consensual, and I'll just read it off of the Epic News. Intimate imagery legislation puts a 48-hour timer on online platforms to remove explicit content at the request of individuals featured. Take It Down is tools to address known exploitation by immobilizing technology deepfakes on websites and networks. It is an attempt to mitigate the spread of non-consensual imagery and deepfake content generated with AI. With the rise of AI image generation, women have been harassed with deepfakes and other explicit images distributed against their will. It is horribly wrong and a very abusive situation, and today we're making it totally illegal. What the law does is it makes it a criminal to publish non-consensual intimate imagery, sometimes called revenge porn or AI-generated equivalents, which have become prevalent issue because of circulation of technology that can quickly create such materials. AI-generated content now circulating on the internet includes videos that, while fake, often appear deceptively authentic. Can use image of a real person. The recently signed law gives online platforms a maximum of 2 days to remove those explicit content after the identifiable individual in the material submits a request. Anyone convicted of intentionally distributing explicit images without the consent of the person whose likeness is used, there it is, the person whose likeness is used could face prison time. That right there calls it out. That shows exactly what he did. It's not satire, not porn, it's not intimate or sexual. Well, it looked like it was meant to be intimate, and it definitely meant it like it was to be sexual. And of course, he mischaracterizes that. And however, the law's takedown provision applies to a much broader category of content. Jeez. Now, Megan Fox from realtor to journalist. It gives her address. It gives everything about her, which they shouldn't have had up there in the first place, because that's doxing. Gives her name, gives her address, gives her children's name, one of her children's name, gives her everything about her. It goes into using cartoonish content. She's trying to turn cartoonish content into a felony, says one civil liberties attorney. I wonder who that civil liberties attorney would be. Do you think it's another disbarred attorney? Critics call her a digital cultist for the Hales. Critics. Like him and LaFontaine. Are these the only two people? And then, of course, he goes after Dinesh again because he's in a lawsuit with Dinesh. He's in a lawsuit with Dinesh. The professional cancel cultural hitman. Now, I may not agree politically with Dinesh, but I don't think that he should be attacking this guy. And the reason is because he's got another lawsuit that he's involved in. Now, this made up team cancel culture conspiracy is recent testimony may expose him to perjury, ID theft of a felony. Well, Dinesh is an internet terrorist. He admitted in court that he ran an OnlyFans and never filed the required model releases. That's a federal felony. Well, he's making up things right here. He also continues to say that he believes he's a PDF. And if you're producing unverified adult content, you're trafficking by default. And these are more claims that he's making against him. Martin served as and then he goes off. It's only a matter of time before Ed Martin gets around to Dinesh his new role at the DOJ. When little Paint Chip says he has a separate litigation who defamed him. And has now made public threats, false claims, knowingly amplified the fake service narrative. He brags about dispensing justice, but when people delete themselves or lose jobs or get doxxed, he takes no responsibility. But yet he just doxed Megan. The Cancel Culture Coalition, propaganda, legal fixers, and digital enforcers. One of little Paint Chip's litigation taxes defined the entire what the hell's echo chamber. I'm getting subpoenas ready. I'll get documents from these people and then get them under oath. It will be a legal equivalent of a proctology exam. Really? That's pretty lame. And of course, as the storm center is Jeremy Hales, the YouTuber turned plaintiff who built What the Hales into a drama-driven brand that monetizes public conflict, legal warfare, and clickbait chaos. Really? I think they did storage units. I don't see it that they've monetized public conflict. I mean, if you think that they do, then you wouldn't be listening to what they're talking about, because most people are going over watching their stuff on Whatnot, seeing what they have going there. She retired before. Yes, exactly. We talked about that yesterday, Taz. And of course, by his side is his wife and business partner, George, resembling an alligator. An alligator? No. She plays a key role in the couple's content creation, branding, carefully staged social media presence. Well, you seem to know a lot about the inner workings of how Jeremy's business operates. Yeah. They do storage, thrift, and coin pusher vids. Thank you. Yeah, the storage units, which are great. Yeah. Oh, and of course, then he's got Team Cancer Culture's conspiracy. Shadow network of legal and digital operates, backs them. Chief among them is Randall Shockett, a former Missouri dentist with a tainted past. Well, I don't think so. He's an attorney. How would it be a tainted past? He has a past. Don't know how tainted it is. I mean, if we start looking at Paint Chip's tainted past, I am sure that it's filled with a bunch of shite. And of course, he has ties to insurance fraud and was denied admission into the Arkansas bar. Oh, okay. Can't be tainted to be a lawyer. And then, of course, he has to, alongside him is Larry Fallman, better known online as the DUI Guy Plus. Foreman, a Kentucky-based attorney and a YouTuber, has collaborated with Hales on custody-related cases and appears in content supporting controversial family court interventions. I don't believe that's as true. Of course, I don't watch enough of Jeremy, and I don't watch enough of that DUI guy to know if that's all that he covers. I'm sure he's got quite a bit more. From what I can remember is he's been working on the not Sarah Boone, damn. Karen Reed case is what he's been covering pretty extensively. Well, and of course they say inside the core operation are propagandists like Travis. Oh, who controls channels? Oh, he controls channels. Does he? Does he really? Who controls channels such as What You Doing, Willis in Tubetown? He's a full-time echo amplifier and opposition tracker. I don't think so. And I'll say this is I've seen some of Travis's stuff, and I never saw him as being any part of an echo chamber. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he was, but I don't think that he does. I mean, they've gone on the attack of him for quite some time. And then, of course, Deanna West. Oh, with her channel, Flippin' Adventures appears independent, but frequently publishes his aligned puff content. That tub of lard is eating too many Twinkies. And then, of course, you've got Teresa, Brett, that operate Madam Mayor's Adventures. Oh, they're involved in the Otter Creek sign scandal. Well, it was actually a defamation case that's still ongoing as a federal defamation case. Maybe if you had looked into it, you know, like a good boy, good little reporter, and you might have seen what was going on, and function as surrogates. Oh, surrogates for Hales and rural drama campaigns. I don't think so. I think they pretty much mind their own damn business. Another inner circle is Jessica Kruger. Oh, she works directly with Hales and Otter Creek, but publicly claims to volunteer. Oh, even former critics have joined the cult. Oh, Shara, once a detractor, has flipped to the loyalist role, widely seen as a mole or opportunist wolf, now pairs the Hales party line despite her earlier opposition. Well, why does Shara talk about these things? Why does she show the things that she shows? Because she found out that Jeremy wasn't lying whenever he said he was being stalked. And she's got proof of that. She's got proof of that all over the internet. And then, of course, he goes into teen cancel culture conspiracy, the what the hell's echo chamber. Of course, the wider digital echo chamber includes the Megan Fox, the most aggressive propagandist in Hales' corner. Well, she attacks whistleblowers, mothers, and journalists while invoking harebrained interpretations of laws, like the idea that the Take It Down Act applies to parody and satire. She's joined by Tug, a large platform YouTuber who routinely supports Hales' framing. No, you're just mad because Tug called you out, Paint Chip. Megan and Tug have called you out. They called you out on your bullshit while finding out, probably from stuff that I was covering, or maybe the other stuff they were covering, about what kind of person you are. And then, of course, you decided to jump into the fray with a little what is it, Volpe? Didn't Volpe get in trouble? I'm pretty sure he just got in trouble for recording Bubbles' little grievance committee that he wasn't supposed to be doing. Huh. Maybe that's why he shut his cake hole for a while, because, he wasn't supposed to do that and then publish it. I think that all got taken down, if I'm not mistaken. But, Will's channel thought I was talking about the bad neighbors. I don't know. Maybe because she opened her eyes. That exactly could be it. Other prominent operatives, including Shizzywhiznut. Oh, yeah. I'm an online operative. There you go. No. A known troll and digital bully. Really? Really? I don't know about, I mean, am I a troll? Am I really a digital bully? I mean, come on now. Come on. Am I that bad? Do I hurt your feelings that much? I mean, chap, do you think? Hey, Mr. Duggar, good to see you. Mr. Duggar is a good person right there. Good to see Mr. Duggar. I hope you had a good time last night. Hope you had a good time last night. And you're welcome for the group there. It's good to see Mr. Duggar's good people. He is a very smart man. Don't you anybody ever say anything bad about Mr. Duggar. Now we will say here that she's, and them calling me a known troll and digital bully. Really? Because who do I bully? I mean, I think I mock everybody because they're damned hilarious and I find humor in it. Calling me a digital bully. Wow. That's pretty rich coming from somebody that makes revenge porn. That's really rich coming from little paint chips. And then, of course, J-Hip, known as the J-Hipster or Pearhead, who piles onto harassment campaigns and is a cluster of lesser known but loyal figures such as Mr. Coop, Slug, Rosalind Duke, who likes it big and black. Really? That's where you're going to go? Peripheral supporters like Rogue Mama, Squid Pro Quo, Spawn Trooper, and the Wilburns. Oh, occasionally they engage with Hale's content, reinforcing narratives from the sidelines. They're just side runners. Fox Raid, welcome Fox Raiders. Megan Raid incoming. The shizzy, they can't stand the truth. That's the problem. Wait till you hear the letter I've got tonight. Ooh, buddy. Good to see you, Mug Raiders. Welcome and welcome.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yes.
Every single day.
Oh, yes. Every day.
A new flavor of fuckery.
'Cause everybody's such a see and they're dumber than a bag of twats.
Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Oh, yeah.
All over again.
It's not that they can't stand the truth. It's just that they can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Dog will hunt. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh. And of course, the network's dirty tricks unit has also been linked to manipulative evidence campaigns. Well, DJ Radis was exposed for providing doctored screenshots to smear Hale's critic, while Veterination is believed to be the original source of the fabricated material. Oh, cancel culture coalition. Can Hales and Dinesh coexist? I don't know. Don't care, because it doesn't matter. Because they have nothing to do with one another. And of course, what he says here, as Little Paint Chip says, this is only the beginning. My legal files, they're going to name the Hales, the Fox, and the Nashivarian, and the entire network. And of course, he'll invoke litigation privilege. He's writing about himself here. I'm going to invoke that litigation privilege, call out every lie, subpoena, every participant, and bring federal scrutiny where it belongs. They want to silence me with fake lawsuits and phony service, but I'm not going to court. I'm taking their whole house of cards down with me. Whole house of cards. Smash that like button. Ozzy is demanding mommy time. That's good. That's good. Welcome, Fox Raiders. Welcome. On about 10. Oh, they'll be here on in about 10, 15 minutes. That's awesome. Well, if we want to talk about about a little bit more about Paint Chips here. Well, how about this? A lawyer accused of using fake Facebook pages to sway elections in Staten Island. The political scandal is on a much smaller scale than the Russian interference with the 2016 presidential election, but Staten Island has its own fake news controversy. The case involves two primary election campaigns, a few fake Facebook pages, and an eccentric bow tie wearing lawyer named Little Dick. A fixture in Staten Island, Mr. Luthmann, who once asked a judge to let him settle a lawsuit with a duel. He just wanted to swing his sword. He was accused in a criminal indictment unsealed on Thursday of creating fake Facebook pages and Twitter accounts to influence local elections. Well, and he's gone from doing the local elections. Hey, Gutters Pub, good to see you, young lady. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sounds like litigation is in order, at least shaming. Oh, you just wait, Mr. Duggar. I have a shaming. The shaming is coming. Yeah, you just wait till the shame comes for this one. Give it about a half hour. Yeah, in about less than a half hour, I'm going to have some really good stuff you're not going to want to miss. You don't want to miss this next one. Well, of course, once asked the judge to let him settle a lawsuit with a duel, he was swinging it around, was accused of criminal indictment unsealed on Thursday of creating those fake Facebook pages. Well, he was arraigned on Thursday on multiple charges of falsifying business records and identity theft. He also faces charges of stalking, criminal impersonation, falsifying a report to law enforcement, 2 election law violations. He faces up to 4 years in prison on the top count. Well, Eric Nelson, a special prosecutor appointed in 2016 to handle the matter, said on Friday that Little Paint Chips had impersonated 3 local politicians on social media, the Staten Island District Attorney, a Republican candidate for the State Assembly and Democrat City Councilwoman. Well, Little Dick created a phony pages for these individuals, Mr. Nelson said, and then he used them to disseminate false information. These positions were put out there that were contrary to the positions that did harm to the reputations. And Mr. Nelson said some of this misinformation was posted during 2 primary campaigns leading to election law charges, Mr. Nelson said. Now, you're wondering what exactly happened in all of this. Well, you remember this little picture I showed right here of Paint Chip? Well, here it is right here, Luthmann. Well, he be claiming the prison torture, the graping and PTSD and plea withdrawal petition. So now what exactly was it? Well, he was a former New York attorney that has initiated legal proceedings to overturn his 2020 state conviction, was become known as the fake Facebook page. Well, the case involved Little Dick creating false Facebook pages for several political candidates, including Staten Island District Attorney Michael McMahon, and despite his insistence that the Facebook pages were satirical, that sounds familiar, and labeled unofficial, special prosecutor Eric Nelson charged him with identity theft and fraud. Well, and of course, he's calling for disciplinary action. And then here's where we get to the interesting part. Well, he argued his plea was not voluntary and he was influenced by threats, misrepresentations, or unwarranted promises. He blames Nelson for his situation. I still fear what they may do under the color of law enforcement. I blame him on the same level as a physical abuser. In his filings, well, Little Dick revealed that before he took his plea, he spent nearly 2 months in a special housing unit, SHU, an experience he described as torture. Now, under the care of Juan Curios from Florida Personal Management, Little Dick told the court he has a diagnosis of PTSD, a condition he attributes partly to his time in the SHU. This lengthy isolation, which he claims was based on unfounded charges relating to possessing a cell phone, contributed significantly to his mental health issues. Oh, and then he also disclosed he was a victim of multiple grapings in prison, incidents that occurred after his release from the SHU and his reintegration into general housing unit. I am uncomfortable talking about these experiences, which form a critical aspect of my mental health treatment. Just reliving these moments is painful, but I am in the process of healing. He elaborated on the psychological impact of these experiences, stating the anguish of enduring the prison graping is on the same magnitude as torture I faced in the shoe. Really? It seems to me Paint Chips wants to go back. Paint Chips wants to go back. And you know what I did is I wrote something wonderful for you people. Just so you could maybe get a little idea of what exactly, you know, little Paint Chips has been going through, because, you know, he's saying he was tortured. He's saying he was tortured. So, you know, I don't believe that torture is appropriate in this situation. So what I think we'll have to do is we'll have to share in his pain. We'll have to share in his pain and make it less torturous. How's this? We got a new song for little Paint Chip right there. And this is just one of them. I haven't figured out which one I want to use yet, but I think this one best describes it.
Yeah. This one's for the man who wrote love letters to solitary confinement and called it journalism. Shut up, Dick. We saw your paperwork. Let's go. Paint Chip, the felon snitch in disguise, turned his trauma tales into clickbait lies. Said he did time, now he blogs for clout. Still smelling like steel bunks and pillow mouth. Used to file motions, now he files dreams. Got a sock puppet voice and conspiracy memes. Cries foul in the court, then flexes online. But your whole damn past got federal shine. Tried to duck the shoot, took a welcome ride. Now you miss your cellmate and the things he implied. Said, I'd take that over mental decay. Bro, who says that you gave your sanity away? Paint Chip, you ain't no fair threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. Paint Chip, you ain't no fair threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. You said it on red, you take a night of surprise, over sitting in the box with no echo replies. Said you healed from the trauma, now you're back begging court, trying to headline your pain like it's a contact sport. You missed the whispers, missed the dim light, missed the sound of Velcro and latching at night. Called it therapy, called it fate, but we call it wild that you relate. Now you run fake news under love Fontaine, talking third person cause first makes you insane. Hide behind aliases like a TikTok fraud, while Bubba somewhere nods like that's my dog. Paint Chip, you ain't no fair threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. Paint Chip, you ain't no fair threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. 12 lawsuits deep and they all got bounced. Now you flex online like your cases count. Still posting threads like subpoenas rain, but you ain't got muscle, just barroom pain. You talk like a warrior, file like a flake, missing lockdown hugs in the prison stake. You had a list of names you wanted gone, now you blogging all caps with the lights turned on. You say I'm a bully, now I'm just loud. You the one who voted for a medium crowd. You couldn't beat memes, couldn't keep your gig. Now you scream at the screen like a busted pig. Paint Chip, you ain't no fair threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint Chip, still crying for change, but this time Bubba won't even know your name. Paint Chip, you ain't no fair threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. You call me a troll, but you filed 12 lawsuits just to feel touched again. You call me a bully, you the one begging for stripes, begging for court, begging for Bubba. Stay in the comments, coward, because out here you already lost.
His baby oil bill was very high. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. And you know what time that means. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is time. It is time for that time of the night. You know what's going to happen. You know it's going to happen, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, I got to do it. Sorry.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
An open letter to Paint Chip. Desperately seeking Bubba. From the desk of Shizzywhiznut, Velcro shoed vigilante of truth and sarcasm. Dear Paint Chip, a.k.a. Dick LaFontaine, because apparently one delusional ego isn't enough. A.k.a. the only guy who went to prison for fake Facebook memes and came out pretending to be a journalist. I read your latest masterpiece of blog barrel journalism team. What do you call it? Cancel culture conspiracy. And I have to hand it to you. It's one hell of a confession that you're bored, unemployed, legally radioactive, and still desperately thirsty for Bubba's attention. Really, it takes a special kind of brain fog, possibly caused by inhaling a full Costco tub of industrial-grade paste, to publish a 6,000-word conspiracy rant while pretending to be both a journalist and the source. Shakespeare had Hamlet. You've got a whole blog where the ghost is your own sock puppet screaming about Megan Fox's cartoons. Let's be clear, this wasn't journalism. This was a congenial letter to the Bureau of Prisons, typed with greasy sausage fingers and soaked in the scent of rejection, delusion, and menthol tears. You wrote this screed pretending to be an outsider investigating a conspiracy when in reality you're just a washed-up felon with an imaginary byline, 12 lawsuits pending, and a hard-on for playing the victim. So let me get this straight. Jeremy Hales, Megan Fox, and Dinesh are now a federal criminal conspiracy because you claim someone said you were served court papers. And I hate to break this to you, champ, but I saw it on Threads isn't admissible in court, though it might qualify as evidence in a 7th grade student council hearing. Let's talk numbers. You aren't fighting one case or two. You're fighting lawsuits in multiple jurisdictions, New York, Florida, federal courts, most of which involve your participation in defamation, harassment, conspiracy, stalking, or aiding in a smear campaign so pathetic even Nexium wouldn't accept you as a pledge. Oof. This isn't art. It wasn't parody. It was your latest pathetic pixelated tantrum, a cheap revenge cartoon cooked up in Microsoft Paint by a guy who calls his own blog journalism because the word delusion has too many syllables. You don't create satire, you create digital smear campaigns fueled by soy rage and a chip on your shoulder so large it should be declared an unregistered weapon. And let's not forget, you used to be a lawyer. Now you're reduced to posting digitized cutouts of people you hate in fake sex scenes and calling it free speech. You were never Louis C.K. You're just the guy who jerks off to his own WordPress stats. Let's talk about the best part of your pathetic cyber mopey meltdown. You tried calling me a bully without even using my name. That's adorable. You went through dozens of names in that article like you were reading off a hit list from your prison fantasy journal. Travis Willis, Jessica Kruger, That Umbrella Guy, Megan Fox, Jay Hip, Slug, Madam Mayor, Rosalind Duke, and when you got to me, you called me Shizzywhiznut, a known troll and digital bully. Well, let's dissect that. First of all, thanks for the shout out. Though I am sorry my name was too hard for your convicted ass to remember, I get it. You spent so much time lubed up in the shoe, your memory's shot. It happens. Second, digital bully. Buddy, that's projection. You're the guy who made sexually explicit cartoons of people you hate. You're the one who literally created a fake journalist alter ego to launch your legal wet dreams into blog posts. You're the dude who named himself Dick LaFontaine and thought that it made him sound credible, not like a washed up back saxophone at a Denny's lounge act. And third, if I'm a bully, then you're a crayon eater hiding in the corner trying to read the snack menu upside down while screaming that the microwave is a time machine. But fine, let's run with it. You don't want to say my name? Cool. Let me say it for you. Shizzywhiznut. Let it soak in, Paint Chip. Say it out loud. Let it rattle around in that flat skull of yours like a loose commissary peanut, because you got beat in court, in public, and online by a guy named Shizzy freaking Whiznut. Really. It's not just a name. It's a lifestyle. It's a movement. It's a giant middle finger to every low-rent internet stalker, disbarred fraud, and sad little gremlin who still thinks filing 18 simultaneous lawsuits from a Motel 6 in Florida counts as lawfare. So go ahead, say it again. Slowly this time. Shizzy Whiz Nut. It tastes like defeat, doesn't it? You lost a public fight to a man whose name sounds like a bootleg gas station candy bar. Imagine what that does to your legacy. Imagine explaining that to Bubba on Visiting today. Yeah, I tried to ruin this guy online. What was his name? Shizzywhiznut. Damn, you got rolled by the Saturday morning cartoon. Well, let's get to the part that really matters. You want to go back. You miss it. No, really, you miss prison. You miss the shoe. You miss the trauma. You miss the control. Hell, you wrote an entire 1,200-word legal filing detailing your graphic grape fantasies, name-drop Bubba like he's your long-lost prom date, and somehow still have the gall to turn around and act like you're the victim of cancel culture. You're not a victim. You're a masochist with a martyr complex and a spreadsheet. And your threat of perjury charges? Please, you threw around 18 USC 1621 like it was candy in prison commissary, hoping someone would bite. But nobody's biting, little Paint Chip. Not since Bubba anywhere. Or was it you biting the pillow because it pinched a little? Do you still cry into that pillow? Do you miss Bubba? I think he misses you. And yes, Bubba, let's talk about your favorite pen pal from federal lockup, the one you keep pretending you fear while constantly reminiscing about the trauma, the PTSD, and the vicious smiles from the shoe guards. You've told us in grotesque and graphically overshared detail that your time in the big house left you broken, tortured, and violated. And yet, based on this latest tantrum masquerading as journalism, one can't help but notice you seem eager to get back there. You're poking federal lawsuits, fantasizing about felonies, and crafting entire fantasy ecosystems where everybody but you ends up indicted. It's almost like you want another round of the old dormitory dungeon. And why wouldn't you? You said it yourself. I'd rather suffer the pain of graping than return to the mental torment of shoe. Touching, poetic, deranged, but touching. So what is it, Paint Chips? Is this all just a big, sweaty, foot-stomping attempt to get yourself tossed back into custody so you can relive the magic? Maybe you miss Bubba's warm embrace. Maybe the brutal indifference of the shoe made you feel alive. Or maybe deep down you realize that no one takes you seriously out here. Not the courts, not the public, not even your imaginary alter ego, Dick LaFontaine, who sounds like a mustachioed radio announcer who gives relationship advice from a basement in Boca. But let's look at the track record there, buddy. You pled guilty to federal fraud, money laundering, and a scrap metal Ponzi scheme. You were accused of the identity theft via fake Facebook accounts targeting politicians. You tried to withdraw your plea years later by claiming you were too mentally tortured and sexually abused to understand what was happening. Now you're trying to stir up a conspiracy theory starring half of YouTube and Dinesh as your emotional support villain. Sir, if they had a punch card for the most frivolous filings and inconveniencing martyrdom, you'd be the one stamp away from a free cell in a medium security facility. And judging by your blog's tone, I think that's the goal. You say things like, I'm getting the painters ready, as if you're Batman gearing up for court, but all I see is a guy in Crocs chugging Red Bull, furiously Googling how to weaponize satire while muttering, this is so Megan Fox. Speaking of Megan, maybe, just maybe, your rage isn't about the revenge porn laws or the First Amendment parody defense. Maybe it's the simple, unshakable fact that you've never had a woman stand next to you on camera without a restraining order or a correctional badge. If your goal is to earn a trip to the federal penitentiary, might I suggest a more direct route? Try mailing a box of glitter to the DOJ with a handwritten note that says, come get me, Daddy, Bubba misses me. It'd be faster than typing up a 21-page manifesto accusing people of running conspiracy because they sent me things on YouTube. Let me guess, the next blog post is going to be about how I'm part of the cancel culture syndicate, that I'm secretly funded by George Soros, Megan Fox, and the one guy who made fun of your glasses in middle school. Go for it. Just remember, you published your own fantasy prison memoir. You created a fictional alter ego named Dick LaFontaine. You are in more litigation than most mafiosos, and you are the only person I've seen beg to be reincarcerated with a metaphorical heart-on and a bag of lube later labeled satire. So here's my advice, Paint Chip. Stop pretending you're a war correspondent covering the fall of the Republic. You're not breaking Watergate. You're just leaking your trauma like a rusty bidet. If you want to go back to Bubba, just say so. Save the court filings, skip the blogs, and walk yourself to the nearest courthouse. Until then, Paint Chip, keep those lights burning, your loins girded, just like you told us. Because if you're lucky, and I mean really lucky, maybe one day soon you'll find yourself back in that dorm bunk, looking up into Bubba's gentle eyes, whispering, tell me I'm a journalist. Warmest regards and federal court citations. Shizzywhiznut, troll-in-chief, Velcro shoe enthusiast, and cancel culture's least favorite mascot.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I've gotten lipsticks, money, MQ. Thank you for that. That is glorious right there with the €2. I believe that's euro. I could be confused, but thank you, MQ. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Paint Chips is going to have a field day. Maybe we should start calling it ball gag. I mean, I'm just wondering if that's what he's more into. He's used to biting into the pillow. Yes, is wah. Yes, they decided to come after Megan Fox, a good friend of mine. That is never appreciated. Stay away from Megan. Leave her alone. Why would you dox her? Andrea Myers, happy Memorial Day. I hope that everybody did have a good Memorial Day weekend and were able to understand what Memorial Day is all about. It is for our fallen heroes. And thank you very much, Andrea Myers. We do have Veterans Day, which is different. but Memorial Day is for the fallen, those that are no longer with us. And we, as Americans should, I know that I do appreciate the sacrifice that they were given. It was great, a great sacrifice. They're all on fleece with baby and lipstick. Oh, aren't they so special? Oh, they can't help it. Attica. Yes, hey. Hey, how's it going, Maureen? Just came from Mugs playing catch up. Oh, well, Maureen, there's a lot in here for you. Let's see if you like this one next.
Yeah. This one's for the man who wrote love letters to solitary confinement and called it journalism. Shut up, Dick. We saw your paperwork. Let's go. Paint Chip the felon, snitch in disguise, turned his trauma tales into clickbait lies. Said he did time, now he blogs for clout, still smelling like steel bunks and shut your mouth. Used to file motions, now he files dreams. Got a sock puppet voice and conspiracy memes. Cries foul in the court, then flexes online, but your whole damn past got federal shine. Tried to duck the shoe, took a welcome ride. Now you miss your cellmate and the things he implied. Said I'd take that over mental decay. Bro, who says that? You gave your sanity away. Paint Chip, you ain't no fed threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass rep. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. You set it on wreck, you take a night of surprise, over sitting in the box with no echo replies. Said you healed from the trauma, now you're back begging court, trying to headline your pain like it's a contact sport. You miss the whispers, miss the dim light, miss the sound of Velcro unlatching at night. Called it therapy, called it fate, but we call it wild that you relate. Now you run fake news under LaFontaine, talking third person cause first makes you insane. Hiding behind aliases like a TikTok fraud, while Bubba somewhere nods like that's my dog. Paint Chip, you ain't no fed threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass rep. Paint Chip, back scratching for shame, still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. 12 lawsuits deep and they all got bounced. Now you flex online like your cases count, still posting threads like subpoenas rain. But you ain't got muscle, just barroom pain. You talk like a warrior, file like a flake, missing lockdown hugs and the prison steak. You had a list of names you wanted gone, now you blog in all caps with the lights turned on. You say I'm a bully, now I'm just loud. You the one who folded for a medium crowd. You couldn't beat memes, couldn't keep your gig. Now you scream at the screen like a busted pig. Paint Chip, you ain't no fed threat, just a coward in a suit with a cold sweat. Paint Chip, still crying for change, but this time Bubba won't even know your name. You called me a troll, but you filed 12 lawsuits just to feel touched again. You called me a bully, but you the one begging for stripes, begging for court, begging for Bubba. Stay in the comments, coward, because out here, you already lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just too much fun. Yes, Jaws, your Muppet works wonderful. This is freaking awesome. Law and Order Special Muppets Unit. Yes, DK. How you doing? Hey, Marianne, Max Lab, if you're enjoying the show, please hit that thumbs up button. It does great for the algorithm. It makes it feel so much better. Makes me feel touched. Unlike Paint Chips getting touched, I get touched in a different way. Oh my, good stuff. Oh, good stuff. Love my letters. Well, thank you, Jay Bell. I love writing them. I do have quite a bit of fun with them, and it is all satire and humor, and it's amazing how much it hits right on the money. It's fascinating to me that we've got this group out there that is so interested in destroying Jeremy that they will try to go after anybody they possibly can just to do that. I wouldn't touch any of the ecosystem with Crook's arms. I don't know that anybody would touch the ecosystem with anything. But hey, it's your choice. If you're into that kind of self torture, then feel good. Hey Matt, how you doing? Paint remover special and dog will hunt. Yes, sir. Let me. You know what? I missed the stars on this. Oh yes, let me get that for you right here. Make sure that we've got, yes. And this thing is going to Dollywood with me. Oh, buddy, right there. You are on the edge. You are on the edge of that helmet right there. You're that gold star right there. You can't really tell it's gold, but that is gold. I guarantee you. Oh, and what's on the cord? A key? I don't think so. I don't think there's a key on the cord. There might be. Reach out and touch them with a cattle prod. Oh no cattle prods. That's painful. That's painful. Don't touch them like that. Oh my gosh. No. What's on the cord? No, you're talking about this, and it's just a strap. It holds it together. I tried using Velcro on there, but it just doesn't seem to hold as well. It might be all the dust. I don't think any of them can laugh over there. Their faces would crack. Well, no, because it's hard to laugh and keep your teeth hidden. And it just sort of looks like ho 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 ho. That's so ho 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 ho. It looks like one of the worms, from Dune. That's what it looks like. The necklace thing. Oh no, these are my earbuds. See, earbuds. That's all it is. Oh, and I do have to give a big shout out to Hal 9000. So this right here came from Hal 9000. On it. There it is, right there on the bottom. Right there on the bottom, it has my name etched into it. This was custom made by Hal 9000. A custom microphone by Hal 9000, brother. And I need to actually get in touch with him, and so we can go over. And he was like, "Hey, I can help you get your sound a little bit better." Yes, Hal 9000. Yes, Hal 9000 is a really, really talented guy. And the more you get to know him, the better kind of person he becomes. It's like an Anzac Day here in Australia. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yes, Hal 9000 is really an awesome creator. He is good people and very, very supportive of this channel. He actually hooked me up really well. I've also got a preamp. I haven't hooked it up, but he'll be able to tell me. See, he sent me a tube ultra gain for the microphone. I don't have it hooked up to it. I'm still using my my Stream Deck, which seems to be working out really well. But unless your name is Dave, then Hal is scary. Hal is awesome. That sounds really good. Love the letters. Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. And I also want to thank Yamaha for coming by last night. What a good person, to be able to spend a little bit of time. He's good people, and he gives great humor. He gives great humor. He adds to this so much. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And yes, it does sound much, much better. I would not consider you a troll or a bully. You make fun of people who are make funnable. Yes, thank you. Exactly. It looks like one of my artsy paintbrushes was there a subliminal message in the choice. Oh, you're talking about that painting back there? Well, see that painting back there I did with Dictionary Diva. Let's take this Muppet Theater live on the road. Oh my gosh, could you imagine how crazy that would be? But this Muppet right here is going to be in Dollywood. He's going to be in Dollywood and in this next month. Like it's coming up quick. And I'll give you the little bumper for it so you got an idea what's coming up right here. This was created by the expert. Dollywood is his for an FNL live in Dollywood.
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.
Why they stopping me? Stopping me.
Yeah, that's coming up 4th, 5th, and 6th, and we'll be doing an FNL. Place has already been chosen. It is going to be an absolute blast. I am completely looking forward to seeing this. This is something that I just cannot wait to get to. It's going to be so much fun. My little short legs will get there, and the helmet will be making an appearance. The helmet will be making an appearance. I guarantee you. I probably won't be wearing it all night because it can get quite uncomfortable, but I will be there, and we're going to have an absolute good time. Yes, I'm looking forward to having a nice little meet and greet, with everybody. It's going to be quite enjoyable. So those of you that are going to be making there, appreciate it. You've asked expert the next day me some cinnamon bread from Dollywood. Delicious. Ooh, Valor, that would be delicious. Was considering using a Muppet avatar, but I just couldn't take the fist. Oh, come on, Jim. Do the avatar. Trust me, do the avatar. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. I mean, it only pinches for a little bit. I love to see me playing the guitar. You would love to see me playing everybody says that until I actually play the guitar, and they're just like, "Oh, you suck so bad." No, I'm not too bad. I'm more of a bass player. I can play the guitar. That over here, that is a Telecaster. That was 19, it would be 80s something. Telecaster. It is a Mexican Telecaster with all American parts in it. It was assembled in Mexico, but it was all American made parts in it. And then of course I've got a Maestro bass over here to my right, which is a beautiful sounding. It looks like a guitar, but trust me, it's a bass. It's a double cutaway bass. And then right next to it is a Ernie Ball Music Man. And then this one over here is an Epiphone, but I can't remember the model of it. I bought all of these three basses. The guitar I bought brand new, but those three basses I bought secondhand. I think altogether those basses cost me $500. I think altogether. The double cutaway was $100. The one next to the Ernie Ball, I think that one cost me $300. And somebody had converted it to a 6-string or 5-string, and I converted it back to a 4-string. And then the Epiphone, I might have paid $125 for it, but I think I paid $100 for it. But I've had those for well over 3. Well, those two I've had for, well, let's see, the Epiphone I've had for about 3 decades. The Ernie Ball I've had for about 2, and that one I know that I've had for 2.5 decades. So I've had them for quite some time, and yes, I can play them, and yes, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm no Jaco Pastorius, but I can play okay. Oh my gosh, let me see if there's one that I can do here. No, I can't do that from here. Let me see if I can do it from here. Give me a second really quick. I want to check Nope. Let me see if it does it work. Nope, I can't do it. Nope, it doesn't work. Doggone it. I was going to, you'll have to wait until next month. You'll have to wait until next month whenever I'm able to give you guys some gifted memberships. So those will be coming out. Usually I try to do those at the beginning of the month. I'm not able to do them today, but I will be able to at the beginning of the month. Does HG have a lawsuit now? That's what they're saying. Does HG have a lawsuit now? Why? Well, let's see. Lynette she created a lawsuit. It's the trespasser lawsuit. HG is named in that. So that particular lawsuit was a lawsuit that Lynette filed against the Grangers, against Travis, against Deputy Sheriff, against a whole bunch of people, claiming that they were trespassing. And they had a chance to leave that lawsuit and they did not. So no, this is new. If it's new, then that's news to me. I don't know anything about it. Do I know a band called Atlanta Clutch? No, I don't. I don't know a band named Atlanta Clutch. Of course, there's a lot of new. I stepped away from playing music about 10 years ago. I haven't performed in at least 10 years. So if they're rather new, then probably not. I've used to run around with people like, oh God, what was the name of that band? Off the top of my head. Used to run around with a bunch of different people, just playing music with different groups and hanging out with them. I mean, so it's like here's a perfect example. Do you know Mudcat? Danny Dudek Mudcat, Danny Mudcat Dudek. He's the one that I've I used to deliver pizzas to him, and he would tell me, "Hey, come down to this open mic," and that he would hold in Northside Tavern all the time. And so I would go and hang out there. The haters are planning to file a lawsuit on behalf of HG in the Ohio courts against Jeremy. Well, then I don't know why they would, because filing lawsuits is expensive. Those cost money. I mean, to file a lawsuit you're looking at thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars going on a lawsuit. BBB is a joke. I mean, he's funny looking. They already chased that lawyer away, and we'll have to get a judge to accept it. I don't know. See, I don't know anything about it. HG is not a resident of Ohio. I would think that she would have to file in the state that she lives in. And then, of course, then you would have to get like judicial jurisdiction over that. So, you have to, and then on top of that, you have to be able to provide damages. There's a lot involved in a lawsuit that's more than just that. So, I mean, do they want to file a lawsuit? Sure. I would bet with a couple of, disgraced attorneys and, a third one that's working on his way to being completely disgraced it's not an impossible feat, but they would do it. They're grifting 6,000 is a kid can't file a lawsuit. Well, of course they're grifting. Why wouldn't they grift? We've said this multiple times. We said this back in what was it? November. Yeah, it was back in November whenever they first really dug in and started grifting for, what was it? Christmas, that they were fundraising for. And then it moved to a house that they were fundraising for, and then they were fundraising for an attorney. And then, of course, they were fundraising for something else, probably for another house or barn or some crap like that. And one starts to wonder, what is that money actually going to? We said that the grift wouldn't stop, that they would use that child as it's a money machine for them. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. They just keep cranking that money in, and people keep buying into it. But that's up to them. That, you know, if people want to donate to that, that is entirely their pocketbook, and they're more than welcome to do it. I would hope that, you know, some people are smarter than that, and, you know, they, you know, are a little more careful with what they spend their money on. I can't tell them what to do. I can't tell them to spend money on any particular thing. Goosebump 801 for lawyer and sued in the name of HG. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, do what they want. I've not known any reason to, you know, to like at some point in time, I thought about raising money for something. I just couldn't see myself getting to that point. You know, if you guys like the content, you throw money at me and you say, do more of this. And it's always appreciated. But I'm not going to use a child to raise money, or, you know, some sort of, you know, trauma to raise money. That I don't believe in that. That's just not me. I see that child as the next Gypsy Rose. I don't know. Could be, possibly. Like I said, I've helped out with fundraising before. I actually did. You know, I was promoting for Jeremy for his fundraiser way back whenever I first started. You know, just like, hey, you can donate for his legal funds. And I think that was the last thing that I did that for. And I do avoid fundraisers. If I want to donate to something, then I just donate to it. I won't do it for anybody else. I'll check that out, Max. And maybe Not says she gifted 10 memberships for you guys. Well, all 10 of you.
Welcome to the shit
Oh
show.
yeah. Every single day. A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks shit and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Thank you very much. Maybe not.
Wednesday, and then
4 more days of
increasingly stupid, ridiculous,
stupid,
ignorant,
altered, dash, poppycock, bullocks, and fuckery.
all over again.
I will check this out. While I'm checking this out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another wonderful tune. If you guys like, while I'm pulling this up and giving it a quick read over, how about I give you another one here? Yeah, you're gonna like this one. Here we go.
Yeah. This one's for the man who wrote love letters to solitary confinement and called it journalism. Yeah! Shut up, Dick, we saw your paperwork. Let's go. Paint Chip the felon, snitch in disguise, turned his trauma tales into clickbait lies. Said he did time, now he blogs for clout, still smelling like steel bunks and pillow mouth. Used to file motions, now he files dreams. Got a sock puppet voice and conspiracy memes. Cries foul in the court, then flexes online. But your whole damn past got federal shine. Tried to duck the shoe, took a welcome ride. Now you miss your cellmate and the things he implied. Said I take that over mental decay. Bro, who says that you gave your sanity away? Paint Chip, you ain't no Fed threat, just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prick. Paint chip, back scratching for shame. Still dreaming about showers and your bunky's name. You said it on record, you take a night of surprise. Over sitting in the box with no echo replies. Said you healed from the trauma, now you're back begging court. Trying to headline your pain like it's a contact sport. Mr. Whispers, Mr. Dim Light, Mr. Sound of Velcro and latching at night. Called it therapy, called it fate, but we call it wild that you relate. Now you run fake news under LaFontaine. Talking third person cause first makes you insane. Hiding behind aliases like a TikTok fraud. While Bubba somewhere nods like that's my dog. Paint chip, you ain't no Fed threat. Just a burned out lawyer with a broke ass prep. Paint chip, back scratching for shame. Still dreaming about showers in your bunky's name. 12 lawsuits deep and they all got bounced. Now you flex online like your cases count. Still posting threads like subpoenas rain. But you ain't got muscle, just barroom pain. You talk like a warrior, foul like a flake. Missing lockdown hugs in the prison state. You had a list of names, you want it gone. Now you blogging all caps with the lights turned on. You say, I'm a bully? Nah, I'm just loud. You the one who folded for a medium crowd. You couldn't beat memes, couldn't keep your gig. Now you scream at the screen like a busted pig. Paint chip, you ain't no Fed threat. Just a coward in a suit with a cocoa sweat. Paint chip, still crying for change, but this time Bubba won't even know your name. You called me a troll, but you filed 12 lawsuits just to feel touched again. You called me a bully, but you're the one begging for stripes, begging for court, begging for Bubba. Stay in the comments, coward, because out here, you already lost. I'm Bella.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. So crazy. I thought you guys might like that. Oh, that was so awesome. That was so awesome. Really, I didn't know that. You need to know the backstory to understand that trial. They already sound like they're on something. They're really going to screw that trial up. Well, I hope not. I hope that people don't screw anything out. Love this music. Shizzy also finally got a Muppet. That's awesome. That's awesome, Tammy. I love it. I love it that you got a Muppet. Oh my gosh. Been laughing and dancing to my tunes today. Well, thank you, Amanda. I do have quite a few of them. I actually have a couple of albums out there, but I have finally just changed my distributor. So my distributor's been changed over, and I've got some I'm about ready to put out a new album. So keep an eye out for that. That whenever that one comes out, it'll be there. It'll just show up in my releases, and all of a sudden you'll have new record label. Just yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. The last couple of nights been sleeping kind of prone. Well, so is Paint Chips. Do you remember my favorite? Melody? I think so. I think I do. I think it's on the last, not the last one, the one before that. I'm pretty sure it's on there. But I do remember that we did one just for you, Melody. Oh, the cinnamon bread MQ. Oh, I would ship that to you for the cinnamon bread. Oh, the cinnamon bread is gonna be delicious. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to get my hands on all of those wonderful people, and show them how much I appreciate them. I won't be humping their leg like a chihuahua, I promise. But it'll be good to see them. Cinnamon bread money, good stuff. Oh my gosh, give me a second. About to cough. Oh my, that's better. Now in Australia, Sydney is 1:58 p.m. Tuesday. Wow, that's nice. That's a good time. It's a good time to be alive. You all should start a fundraiser, get actual Muppets made for you all. No Muppet. I wouldn't need to raise a fundraiser for that. We got some talented people. Got some really talented people out there, and I'm serious on that. I was impressed with what Megan did. That put a smile on my face. Oh, let's see what we've got going on tonight. Looks like you know what we need to do? You know what we need to do? We need to have a little bit of fun, tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the at Camelot 331. Okay, so what happened here? And I'll give you a quick explanation. Camelot 331 was supposed to go to the Game and Geek Expo, and according to what I can gather now I've sent you guys over to Camelot a few times. What happened is somebody didn't like him. They decided to call him a Yahtzee. And in doing so, they got him canceled from the Game and Geek Expo. Like how crappy can you be whenever you do this kind of stuff? And I've said this before. It's that time of year. Everybody starts seeing those numbers decrease, and they start like attacking other people. There's something in the air. It might be that it's getting closer to a full moon. I don't know. It's so insane. But that's where I'm going to be sending you guys tonight. Show him a little bit of love. He's good people. And he's always been just good. Even though he is in Alabama, it's not his fault. You know, Alabama is okay, I guess. You know, if you have to be from somewhere, but everybody, I do want to say I appreciate you so much. I will not be streaming tomorrow morning. And I'm working on setting up a new schedule for my mornings where I don't stream every morning. So it'll give me, because I'm starting to get overwhelmed with work, like real life. I have a job. Judge Minty Fresh. Oh, you like Judge Minty Fresh? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I like Judge Minty Fresh. So that was on my last album. I was thinking I did one for you earlier. I've written so many songs. I have a hard time remembering all of them, but we do have, so my schedule is going to be as such where I start doing my morning streams possibly every other day. I'll still keep the Fridays with Mo because she's an absolute sweetheart and I enjoy streaming with her. But I think what I'll be doing is cutting off my Mondays, do Tuesday and maybe Wednesday, maybe I might do Thursdays, but yeah, I think I'm going to cut back on some of my morning streams, just because there's not as and some of the stuff I start covering in the mornings might fall into some of the lawsuits that are coming out because there's so much out there of all of this stuff that's going on. Or it might be that I go back and start pulling up some of the Laura Owens craziness that's going on. And then also when it comes around, I won't be live streaming it, but I will be covering the Coburger. So that's something that really drew my attention in on this whole Coburger thing, because there was a lot to unravel in that, and that's going to be really crazy. Love my morning streams. Well, thank you so much. And I'm hoping that for the mornings I can give a little bit more. The past month I've been absolutely exhausted coming in and doing the morning streams, and a couple of times I think I might have been running late. So I feel like I'm slacking off on the mornings, and I want to build those back up and really do those much better. So hopefully after all of the craziness like calms down with what's going on with Hales, because it is just nonstop like crazy coming out of the freaking woodwork in this stuff. My plan is to get back and do some of the other stuff that I haven't been able to do. Yes, I will still be doing Friday with Mo always. I don't see that going away anytime soon. She's one of the best people around, and I enjoy her so much. everybody, you guys have a wonderful night. And, you know, I like I said, I've got a new album that should be coming out probably within, hopefully next month, because I've got Dollywood coming up, and that's going to be the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and I'll be out of town. But I more than likely, Mo and I will be doing a live, maybe sitting side by side, doing a stream, which will be pretty interesting if you think about it. So everybody, have a wonderful one, and we will see you very soon. Peace.
Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? All right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. I'm opening in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.